Hello there, my name is Thomas Regan. I'm a professional property investor here in Australia. Look, I just wanted to compare a few different investments, actually just two. My investment, like as a property investor compared with a developer. Now, property investing for me is a way to create wealth that aligns with my personal goals and beliefs. That's why I'm a property investor. But maybe if you're have the mindset of a developer, you would have totally different values, most likely. Or you could have the same ones, I don't really know. But most of the developers, look, and to be honest with you, I don't personally, well, I do, he's my uncle. He's made a bunch of money as a developer, he's got a development business, but to be honest, I don't really know him that well in terms of how his business operates and how everything works and how he really makes money and how much money and all that sort of thing. I just know that he's worth about $20 million, but I don't know how operations work or anything. But basically, in the investment world, a lot of people compare investing to developing, and the investors always say, you can't make money in development. Yeah, you can't make money in development if you're an investor trying to develop without partnering with someone that actually knows how to make money in development. And there's a lot of comparisons in investing of developers losing money. Look, people can say that, and I'm not a developer, but people can say that developing property is far more risky than investing in property. But the only reason it would be far more risky is if you just don't understand anything about developing property. So if you are an investor looking to do a development without any partnerships of experienced developers, then yeah, you're probably going to lose money. And a lot of people think that I'm an investor, I need to progress in some way or the other out of doing what I'm doing now, which is just simply investing into whatever the next step may be. If it's development, if it's something else, doesn't matter. They progress into development and then they completely fail, lose money. Look, I'm sure a lot of people, to get to the point where they are successful, they've had to lose a lot of money on the way, but they've been willing to go through those lessons they had to learn to get to the point where they ultimately became successful. I know at least myself, me and my wife, we had to push through that. We invested in properties that didn't make any money and they cost us a lot of money, and we learned from the mistakes, and then we turned $45,000 into $1 million of equity through investing. And in my opinion, investing that aligns with my beliefs, investing is far easier than developing. Why? Because for me, in my skill set, it kind of feels like when I invest in property and the properties, and I invest in the right markets, that I have to do research, hours and hours and hours of research to find a lot of time to find, make a lot of money. It kind of feels like I don't have to do anything. Like I just own the property and it goes up in value, and it's money for jam. Like wow, who could? How could there be any better way to become wealthy than just simply do nothing except for own an asset and just simply select the asset, and you just, the rest is all good. For me, that's what I want. But maybe a developer could see a potential to make a lot more money faster doing a few things that is within their competencies, was within their skill set, which from my perspective may look very difficult and risky, but from their perspective and their network and everything they know, it just simply isn't, right? At the end of the day, I'm putting hours and hours in to research, and the developer has put hours and hours in creating their networks, creating their knowledge base, and allowing them to execute on whatever it is they want to execute to make money through a development. Again, you can lose a lot of money in development, you can lose a lot of money investing. It just comes down to how competent are you at doing whatever you're doing, and know where your limits are, know your competencies, and invest within those limits. Thanks guys, bye.